Hey guys, the release of PlayStation 5 is less than 3 weeks away, and we've had a pretty rough go at the pre-orders, and I wanted to find out what we could expect from retailers on the day of release. I called multiple stores of 4 major retailers in the US that are going to be offering the PlayStation 5. I got all kinds of different answers from all kinds of different stores, and none of it was good news. Some of the people I talked to had no idea what was going to be going on that day, but some people actually did give really good solid information. And basically what I've learned is that people are going to be scrambling trying to get their hands on a PlayStation 5 on release day, and it's going to be slim pickings. There's not going to be any retailers that really have them. From what they're telling me, if you didn't get in on the first or second wave of pre-orders, then yeah, people are going to be struggling. One of the stores that had the most information is Gamestop. I called about 10 stores and they all said the same thing. I'll let you listen to this phone call where the guy gave a lot of information and basically he repeated what all the other stores were saying. I asked them, will you guys have any PlayStation 5s available on the launch date of November 12th? And here was his response.
We are going to have the amount that we got pre-ordered for the people who, put money down.
Yeah.
So not really any extra copies for anybody else. Here's how it's going to work though. So we had 2 waves of pre-orders. First wave is going to get it day 1, second wave is going to get it a week after. So, meaning your best chance to get a PS5 would probably be a week after, because if we get any extras on day 1, we're going to have to call wave 2 people first. So we have to call people who has gotten, who's put money down on their reservations first before we can give it away to anybody else that's just walking in.
Now, I didn't order from GameStop online or in person or anything like that, so I definitely wasn't aware of this situation, and I'm wondering if people that did pre-order are aware of this situation. So if you want to comment down below and let me know if you knew about this or if this is news to you. Again, what he's saying is what all the other stores were telling me, that they are not getting any extra PlayStation 5s. They're only getting the amount that were secured through Wave 1 and Wave 2 pre-orders. Also, for Wave 1 and Wave 2, each store across the US was only given less than 30 that they could pre-order out, so it was a really small amount to begin with. He also mentioned that Wave 2 is going to have to wait a week before they can pick up their pre-orders. Again, I don't know if people were told that or are aware of that. My next question was, will you guys be offering any kind of a midnight release for the PlayStation 5 console?
We haven't been doing any late night launches since the coronavirus, so it'll be going as, regular, we open at usually 11 o'clock. So as soon as it hits 11 o'clock, we'll open our doors and sell the PS5.
So definitely not any midnight releases, and the other store said the same thing. They don't want to do it because of the coronavirus. My next question to him was, for people that haven't secured a pre-order for the PS5, what would you recommend that they do?
If you really want to go out of your way, definitely come in on day 1. Because there's probably going to be people who are going to cancel, there's, whatever, there's just going to be some kind of discrepancy in which somebody can't pick them up. If you want to, play it safe, come in a week after. Like I said, even if there are any extras, we're going to have to call the reservation people first. And by the time we're finished with everybody who's reserved them, it'd be a week after. So come in like on the 19th or the 20th, I believe. And anything extra from there, you'd be able to pick up.
So that's definitely not fun to hear, that if you are trying to get one and you don't have a pre-order, you're going to have to maybe wait around and see if someone cancels or doesn't show up from their pre-order. The best thing to do is to call your local GameStop if you're trying to use that retailer. And again, this is 3 weeks out, so things could change where all of a sudden these retailers are going to get a large supply. I asked him if he thought maybe a third wave of pre-orders might happen before the release.
Not that I can tell, at least for now, because, again, we did like 2 waves, and the second wave isn't even going to get a day 1. So if we do get a third wave, who knows when they're going to get them.
One of the other GameStop stores that I talked to spoke about the third wave, and they said, who knows when the third wave is going to happen, like he said, and they guessed that maybe it could take a month or 2 to become available. Again, we're 3 weeks out. A lot of things can change. I'll update you guys if they do. But as far as manufacturing goes and Sony planning out the shipping and all that good stuff, I think they have a pretty good idea of what they will be able to have available. And right now, the stores just don't know. And and they're assuming that it's only going to be pre-orders that will be available. I asked another GameStop store if they were going to have additional consoles available in addition to the pre-orders, and they said we won't know until the day before if we will have any extras, and we are only holding pre-orders for 48 hours. So that might be helpful for people that didn't pre-order and they want to use GameStop as a retailer. Just know that the pre-orders will get canceled after 48 hours, so maybe 2 days later you might have a chance to get your hands on one of those. So I contacted Target also, and they knew a whole lot less than GameStop knew, but they did have some predictions. I asked them about pre-orders and what we could expect for picking them up and so forth, and they said that no pre-orders were done in store, that all of them are being shipped and no one can actually go into the store to pick them up. And he had absolutely no information about what is going to be available on release day. And that's pretty much what all the Targets said. And one guy did say that they'll know about the availability of in-store purchases about a week in advance. So if you're wanting to use Target as a retailer, call them about a week in advance and find out what their inventory might look like. One of the stores I spoke to, they had something interesting to say. They said on day of release, they have no idea how many they will have available yet, but it will be first come, first serve, and they have predicted that there will be people camping outside the building 3 days in advance. I spoke to Walmart, and they made it sound like they will have inventory and PlayStation 5s available on release day in addition to the pre-orders that were placed online. The worker in the electronics department said that he thinks they will have them available on release day, but they won't have a large amount. They usually only get around 15 consoles on release day. This guy's been working there a while, and he said in the past for the PS4 and Xbox One, they didn't get very many. However, they will be doing 3 Black Fridays, so hopefully there will be more at that time. And I feel like this guy had the best information he could give me. He is also a gamer, and he has been asking every day when they're going to get the consoles in because he wants one. He also predicted that there will be a massive line outside the building at 7 a.m. when they open. He also said that they've already got the PS5 controllers in stock, and they've been in stock for about 2 weeks. Now, they can't sell them yet until November 12th. So for GameStop, you're going to be fighting to get a canceled pre-order. For Target and Walmart, you will be having to wait outside in a line for probably a very small inventory that's going to go really fast. And then Best Buy is a lot different in the way that they're handling this. When calling Best Buy, it was an absolute nightmare trying to get some information. I don't know what's going on, but when you call their stores, you don't call their store. You're now being directed to some hub where someone's sitting there giving you information that doesn't actually really know anything. After 3 phone calls and sitting on hold for 45 minutes each, I was finally able to get them to direct me to a store where I could actually talk to a worker in the store and they would know what was going on. Also, every store might handle things differently, but this guy was telling me that the Best Buys in the US are pretty much handling it this way. I had seen a post on Reddit where they were being told that Best Buys were doing a midnight release. When I talked to this guy in store, he was a manager, and he said, no, we are not doing midnight releases because of the COVID virus. And he's pretty sure that no Best Buy will be doing that at all. And they've got some pretty strict policies around the release of this console. So my pre-order is with Best Buy, and I've not found any information that let me know about how they're handling this. Basically, he said that with my pre-order, I can't just walk into the store and pick it up. He said I have to wait for an email, and the email's going to let me know that the console is ready to be picked up, and then I can go to the service desk and pick it up. And then I asked him, what about people that have not secured a pre-order? What can they do to get a console? He said, first off, we're not allowing anybody in the store to come in and buy a PlayStation 5. You can only buy it online, secure that purchase, and then come in with your receipt, and then you can pick it up. And he said you have to download the app or go to their website and try to buy one, and just keep watching to see when one will become available. So yeah, there is no purchasing in store. You're not able to hang out outside for a midnight release. That's not happening. He said if people try to line up outside, they're going to tell them to go home and that they can only purchase online, and that they're taking these extra precautions because of COVID. And I'm not really sure how you would learn this information other than sitting on hold for almost an hour or actually going in store and finding someone that knows this. And I'll quickly let you guys listen to the part of the phone call where he says, yeah, there's not going to be any in-store purchases on release day for the PlayStation 5, that their system's just not set up for it. So I asked him, what about the people that have not pre-ordered? What can they expect on that day?
So the best way to do that is if they have the app, they can go onto there and then put it for their save for later, and then they'll always have it, and then the app will actually notify them when it's available to order. So the
best way to do that is to just check that on November 12th, either at midnight or midday, whenever you can, and then order it there, because everything purchase-wise for the PlayStation 5 or the new Xbox will be done online. Our system, it's not set up in a way that we can do that, so it's all going to be through our website.
So yes, Best Buy is being very strict about the release date for PlayStation 5, and they're also only allowing a certain amount of people in the store because of COVID. So based on what I know right now from calling all of these stores, if I didn't have a pre-order already and I wanted to try to get a console on day one, this is what I would do, and this would be my game plan. So I would probably try and call Targets a week in advance just to see what their inventory is going to look like. Now personally, I would probably not go for Target or Walmart because the lines are going to be atrocious and they're probably going to have a very small amount of inventory anyways. And the reason why I say call Target is because it's very easy to get someone on the phone from that store that's in the electronics department that will give you answers. Walmart is not as easy to get someone on the phone from the electronics department. Sometimes you'll just get hung up on, the phone will stay on hold forever, it will just ring forever, so I found it to be a lot more difficult. So yeah, call Target, find out about their inventory, and then on the day before the release, I would start calling GameStops and finding out about their inventory. If it stayed the same, where they're only going to have pre-orders available for the people that pre-ordered and not any extra consoles, and I was really desperate to get a PlayStation 5 console on release day, then I would probably go to my local GameStop and hang out and let them know, say, hey, yeah, I want to get one of your pre-orders that are canceled, so I'm just going to be hanging out until you have one that's available. And there might also be a line that you would have to fight at GameStop, but it's going to be a lot less than Target or Walmart. Meanwhile, while camping out at GameStop waiting for a pre-order to be canceled, I would be on the phone on that Best Buy app checking to see if there were any that were becoming available and able to purchase. And I wouldn't recommend trying to call Best Buy and asking about their inventory. You're going to be on hold forever and you're not even going to get a person from the store. Best thing is to go into the store and actually talk to someone physically if you really need to know. But again, Best Buy might not be a good situation for this because again, all of their orders are online only, even on release day, and we already know that the cookers and the scalpers are getting those online orders before we can even blink. I made a video about these cookers, and yeah, people are going to have to contend with them again if they're trying to purchase from Best Buy. But as this gets closer to release day, I'm going to make another video updating you guys on the situation from all these stores and see if anything's changed, if they know of more inventory that's coming in, or if they're only going to have the pre-orders available. And obviously I only focused on the PS5s for this video. I don't know a whole lot about the Xboxes, but I do know that Best Buy is only, again, allowing online orders for PS5s and Xboxes, so you will have to go that route. But I hope this helped you guys out. Definitely comment down below if you have any more information that could help people out and help people get consoles easier on release day. I'll definitely keep you guys updated, and we'll see you guys next video.